to Let's Play, we just got a snorkel and we're talking about how people's fame levels is inconsistent.
Yeah. If people could just be the
same amount of famous.
Same amount of famous,
that'd be fantastic.
Like, think of Corey. Like, he starts out just as a, nondescript kid brother of a psychic, and then he becomes like an aide in the White House.
So, a thing that still I keep getting caught up on, in what might be an unproductive way. You'll have to tell me if it is. But like, I like to know when something is like the official version of something, right? Like I
Where
like
do you
to
think
know,
that comes from in you? Like, independently of whether that's good or bad, because I don't know. I'm interested in like what you get out of that.
Yeah. I mean, like, I know that Nintendo cares about Mario. I know that they care whether or not their Mario game is good. And so I can have a level of trust that this Mario game that I can only go one. That this Mario game that I'm going to play or not has some level of quality to it. Because you think of how like it used to be really important that Nintendo had the like official seal of quality. Because prior to that, there wasn't sort of these checks or guarantees on games. You had a similar problem to what you have to the eShop right now, where you have too many dang games and no check as to their quality.
I want everyone to be proud of me because I did not make a too many cooks joke. However, I still stopped the conversation to congratulate myself for not making one. So we're not at the point where we need to be, but we're making progress. If we think of like Sonic, because it seems like, and this is definitely like a bastardized version of what you just said. It's not getting the full nuance of it, but like generally, when things are good, we care more about that kind of seal because we know that they'll continue to be good. Or at least we think we do. But like, after you've released like your 5th or 6th terrible Sonic game, and no one really trusts your branding to mean that this is a good Sonic game.
Then games like Sonic Mania come out sooner, which was done by people who made Sonic fan games, and may have gotten a cease and... I don't remember whether or not they had previously gotten like a cease and desist for remaking Sonic, like previous Sonic games.
But are you then saying like looser copyright on things that have been bad for a while, stronger copyright on things that have been good? Because that doesn't seem like tenable to me or particularly fair.
I agree.
Like, I get if that's just one of the gut level things that you kind of arrive at, because I'm kind of there too.
I mean, like I want to know what these sort of official and unofficial versions are, because then if the unofficial versions, if the official versions lose me, then like I can know to go to the unofficial versions, right? Like I can know to go to Sonic Mania. I can know that the fan community for Sonic is good and better. But like, part of me still wants this knowledge of what is like official or not. I want to know who made it. I think is part of what it comes down to.
Well, but do we need strict copyright to know who made it? Don't we just need like a good curated, like, I don't even want to say storefront because that implies like commerce.
Yeah.
But like a good curated interface to be like, this was made by this person. Here are other games that they've made and like community ratings of said games. But then you can also like use bots and shit to like screw that up too. I mean, what I was thinking of as you were saying that was like, if I learned that I don't know, name a shitty movie studio real quick. I'm drawing a blank.
Paramount doesn't have much going for them right now.
If I learned that there was gonna be like a who's the people that do the Minions movies?
Illumination Studio?
Yeah. If I learned that Illumination was gonna do Toy Story 5, I'd be like, yeah, no. But like,
What if you learned that Illumination is doing a Super Mario movie?
It's just a very prop comedy heavy.
Down to a... Does dog count as prop?
No. Dog counts as incredible.
Dang. This thing has even like a dungeon. This game has a dungeon. So
can I?
Yes.
I was attacked by a very awesome dog, but if I learned that like conversely like Bones, like Studio Bones, was doing like a Westworld anime, like an unofficial one, I'd be like, great, because that's like a great concept that's being like entirely mishandled and crushed by the people that currently own that concept in the corporate sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm super interested in just the general style of Westworld and like the questions that it raises, but the least interesting people possible are actually raising said questions. So like I'd be thrilled. So I do get sort of that instinctual gut level. Well, if it's bad, let as many people take shots at it as possible. But if it's good, like, gatekeep a little bit more. But like, I just don't see how that's sustainable.
Yeah. And I think it slightly misrepresents sort of what I was originally going for. Where, like, the thing is, one of the things, like there's a dungeon here. I love that. It makes me further say, wow, this feels like a Zelda game. And one of the highest compliments that I think I can pay this game is it feels like a Zelda game.
So it's not like you want something that's entirely divergent from the source material.
Yeah. And like, I've played Flash games that like just have sprites from these games. Not this game in particular. But I've been on like Armor games and I've played the we're gonna make a Zelda game. And like it doesn't feel like a Zelda game, right?
It looks like one, but it doesn't. Yeah.
And so this is sort of the sense in which I want to know who made it. I want to know, oh, that's interesting. I just unfroze all the ice. At least some of all of the ice.
I'm gonna let my dog out real quick.
Alright. I think part of how I phrased it to begin with in my head was I like expanding licenses. I am also a fan of copyright not being, you know, you only lose copyright 125 years after the... Oh god, that's a lot.
That is a lot of years. And a lot of rules.
You know, you only lose copyright like 125 years after the death of the author or whatever it is. Like
the essay?
Yep. You know, whatever ridiculous thing that Disney has it at right now.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope everyone can agree on that much.
Yeah. I think your average person does agree on that. Which, you know, I would say isn't the most usual for things like this. Like, I think that this is the kind of thing where maybe people who would become informed would agree on it. But I think that this is the kind of thing that, like, you know, Disney is such a teen, edgy thing to talk about, and like, it's definitely in thinking about Disney as an edgy teen that I like first really started thinking about copyright law.
It's a very impressive lock. I like that.
Nice.
People
Dog crunch.
People with glass spears should throw spears. Are we gonna pause for the Cronch or just roll with the Cronches?
I want to roll with the Cronches.
There's the episode done.
Oh shit! Now we have to stop.
No, wait. Did the client actually sync up with that?
The timing's all right.
Okay, all right.
No, we're. I was just doing that to be mean to you. We're only stopping this train when the train stops.
So we're playing Spirit Tracks now?
Oh, God, I love that game. The music in that game is so flippin' good. I have too many people around me.
You got real smoky there.
I should have gone down. I should have used the shovel. I was a fool of a took.
Disney edgy teen copyright.
Oh yes, thank you.
Yes.
But like I
feel like anytime I'm trying to remind people of topics, I just sound like Billy Joel doing "We Didn't Start the Fire." Three unrelated things stitched together.
But like I think that enough people were edgy teens, like I was, to know sort of that copyright law is pretty fucked. I think one of the more border cases to think about it is in terms of like Star Wars, because there was a solid amount of time in which Star Wars wasn't being used.
Like between the prequels or between the end of the original trilogy and the prequels?
Both really. I think both were pretty significant chunks of time.
And I mean, the Tartakovsky 2D animated series is a good example of what we were sort of originally talking about, of
what we're missing out on.
Big, litigious, overlordy corporate people deciding to do something really niche and cool and artistic with the IP.
Yeah.
Like they basically let him do a 2D animated Star Wars movie, broken up into little chunks.
I agree. Oh no, that's deep water. I said deep water, that dark water. Glass shark. If you don't know about glass shark, I gotta tell you about glass shark sometime.
Oh no, I've seen the glass shark.
Good. Oh, there's so many things that are frozen in ice. Oh, there's a chest that I didn't open. I should open that chest. Glass ring of preservation. I don't know what that does, but it
People
sounds
with
nice.
glass rings of preservation should preserve their stones.
Oh, I made a goof. Oh, I'm not doing good.
Two hearts, and that's all you've ever needed.
Is that all I've ever needed?
Two hearts, one dream.
Two hearts beat as one. It's a good U2 song. Ooh, nice.
Was it on that album that they just all downloaded to our phones?
No, but that album fucking rules. Fight me.
Raised by Wolves is a good song.
Yeah. The fact that they just downloaded it to everyone's phones is not great. It's a weird ass partnership.
If it would have been like an exceptionally, like if David Bowie would have had the technology to download Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars onto everyone's iPhone in 1970, whatever, would anyone have said no? If like Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band just like appeared on your rotary phone.
Your rotary phone. God damn. How do you do this? How do you do ice puzzles?
Oh, now you want out. You want to one out this time so it doesn't take 20 minutes?
Yeah, sure. Next time on Let's Play. The dog is out.